Hey guys, Sunstreaker Wozza here. Welcome to another weekly stream. Welcome everyone. So we've got a few things in this week. Play testing has been really quiet last week. We've literally done zero play testing. So there's nothing really to talk about on the play testing front, which is a bit unusual. So I suspect there might be something big coming. You never know though. But obviously the Mega Supreme event is coming, so we can have a chat about that. Space 8 made some adjustments, which is for me, I think it's a really good idea what they've done. We're going to pop our after breaker crystals, see what we can do, but we're also going to have a bit of fun with that as well. We're going to do something a bit different. I want to talk a bit about base design just briefly as well. I'm not going to go into too much depth with it, but just my ideas on it. And someone in my Discord channel suggested doing talking about combat bots and prime cores and good combinations, and I thought it was a really good idea. So we're going to talk about that as well. Yeah. So let's get the chat up. See what we've got. So apologies for the late start, but Discord decided not to share the link out until the very last minute again. So I have to share the link out there quick. So Jason Rowley is first in the chat. Congratulations. We've got Arnav Gav as well. Welcome. We've got Grand Garvatron, who is one of our moderators. We've got Shaxy, Eric Patton, Kulta. We've got Silverball, Grind Time. How's it going? Surati, is that right? Chatterjee, I'm not gonna lie, that's hard to pronounce, but welcome to the stream. We've got Collins, Joseph Truzillo, Gregory Miller, Eli Noz, is that right? Well, welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to the stream. So yeah, as I discussed, I've still got my after break crystals, so I haven't popped them yet. So we'll do a bit of talking. We'll pop them towards the end. But what we're going to do is every time I pull a 3-star or 4-star afterbreaker, whether it's the actual bot or a duplicate, I'm going to pick 2 random winners in the chat to get a Sunstreaker Wozza stash code. So all you got to do is be active in the chat and just chatting about whatever you want. Basically, ask questions. If you've got anything you want to ask me, ask away. It's fine. You want any advice on anything, I'll do my best to answer it. But yeah, when popping the crystals, if you're in that chat, as soon as I pull a 3-star or 4-star, I'm going to randomly pick someone, and you're going to 2 people will win a Sunstreaker stash crystal. Yeah, Sunstreaker was a stash crystal. Yeah. Not a 2-star. I want to make, because if it's 2-star, I will literally giving out my whole monthly codes in one stream, which I don't want to do. Obviously, I want to do a few giveaways in Discord as well. I want to do a few in the streams coming up. So yeah, I am going to say, so we're just going to stick to the 3-star and 4-star. That's what we're going to do. And watch now, you watch 100 crystals and won't even pull one of them. And then it's a disaster. And we'll have to do something and think on our feet to give some codes away, because I'm not going to not give codes away. So someone's going to definitely win some codes. Yeah, and Sharks, yeah, sadly I can't ask some more codes. They won't give me any more. Guarantee that. So we're lucky to get the codes we get. But yeah, cool. So yeah, we'll jump straight on combat bots and sort of combinations of combat bots. I don't think I've ever covered that actually. And I'd like to give a shout out actually to who suggested it, because I thought it was a really good idea. And you'll know if it's a good idea. You can suggest something and I give you a thumbs up. And yeah. And who was it? It was I Am Brew from my Discord server. And while we're on the subject, if you haven't joined our Discord server yet, come and join us. We've got over 500 members now. 500 members in the Discord server, which is absolutely incredible. But can you believe it? We are at 1,997 subscribers. 3 subscribers short of 2,000. I really thought we'd hit it for the stream today, but 3 short. So if you're not subscribed yet, guys, make sure you subscribe. Just 3 subscribers of 2,000. Make sure you subscribe, guys. Don't forget. All it is just get notifications of when I post a video, when I do a stream, so you can come and join it or watch it whenever you like at a later date. So yeah, that's all it is. Cool. Okay, so combat bots it is. So all the 3 stars. So we'll go from the 3 stars. We'll go. So first of all, rung. So rung is used on healers. So heals the allies around you for 60% of your bot's value. So in terms of prime cores, you can mix rung with obviously a good healing core. So you could easily mix in with Micronus to give you that extra healing, but it doesn't matter really. I wouldn't say there's any particular combat on that healer you need. You can put Micronus because Micronus affects the whole squad. You can put Micronus on any bot. So rung's not as important. Obviously, it's got to go on a healer, but like I said, it's not important to put Micronus on a healer. So yeah, I would use the 2 in conjunction. Definitely use Micronus and definitely use rung. But I'm not too sure about equipping Micronus on a healer. I'm sure someone has. I'm sure someone might put me right and say, you know what, it actually works really well. But yeah, I'd make sure Micronus is in your team. Make sure rung is in your team, but don't worry too much about combining the 2. And Sharksy has asked, would ray boosters affect rung? Yes, it will, because it obviously affects your bot's heal value. So obviously adding rung on top of that. So yeah, we could look outside of prime cores as well, really, to be honest with you. So yeah, I'd probably recommend a ray booster anyway on any healer or G1 core. They work just as well, if not better. So yeah, I'd definitely put rung or Shroot with a healing core on a healer. Yeah. Taraxodon. So Taraxodon causes an earthquake, doing 15% of the bot's DPS value, and all your attacks heal you 4%. So in general, you should look for a core that increases your bot's DPS and increases its damage, because if it increases DPS, then it causes more damage from its earthquake, and it also heals for more. So you're looking at the likes of Megatronus, maybe even Amalgamus, maybe Onyx, but I'd say more geared towards maybe towards Megatronus. Got the name of it then. more geared towards Megatronus. So I would really consider putting Taraxodon with Megatronus because for the extra damage. So a lot of people put Taraxodon on a Elita with Megatronus. It works really well. If you don't have Megatronus, you can put an attack core on. Anything that increases really the bot's attack, which obviously, like I said, increases the earthquake and increases the healing as well. But definitely an attack core, equip with that if you can. Flak for me is amazing with Primer, because Flak deals 22% of the bots, or whatever percentage of the bots DPS per rocket. So it's about 120% or 150 if it's 4-star, or maybe even 200 if it's a 5-star. But yeah, definitely would suggest putting Primer together with Flak. Really would. Other combats. So Top Shot. So Top Shot does incredible damage. You could maybe equip Primer, but the problem you've got is, for me, you've got to have the likes of Alpha Trion in your team, and you've got to have the likes of Micronus personally. So you can combine Top Shot and Primer. No reason why not. That would be an amazing combination. But you can also just equip a normal passive core. So don't be too stuck on Primer if you don't have it, or you don't have to, but you could also equip a passive core like Alpha Trion or the Nexus core or Vector or whatever you like. Really, the good thing about Top Shot is that it's so powerful, but yeah, it doesn't really need anything else. You could increase the bot's DPS with an attack core. I think attack cores are a bit of a waste now. I think with all the prime cores, I think that you should always aim for getting as many prime cores in your team as possible, really. Outside of obviously healers with ray boosters. But I definitely look at mixing Top Shot because it does so much damage already. Look at maybe a passive core with Top Shot. But yeah. But I'll be honest with you, there's no right and wrong answer to these cores. Whatever works for you. I'm not gonna say that you have to have this core with this bot. But yeah, obviously some work better than others. In terms of trench foot, I'll be honest with you, I really think that trench foot is currently one of the worst combats. And trench foot worked well on the likes of Chromia and bots that do so it's acid, fire, and what's it, EMP and speed. So, but you've got to remember, guys, that don't forget, there's no point in putting in a bot where it uses that ability for long range. There's no point. So you've got to have it where the bot's ability is close to the bot. So, for example, Sunstreaker. There's no point in putting Sunstreaker with trench foot really because Sunstreaker's ability is so far away from him. You don't put his ability right in front of you, so it's not got the same effect. But then, personally, I like to put trench foot on, like I said, Chromia, and then Chromia is a Felbat, and because Chromia has a close ability, which is EMP, it works brilliantly with trench foot. It really does. And then the best cause for Chromia is rejuvenate or attack. So it's a bit hard, really, on saying like who do you really equip trench foot with. But I would just make sure, more importantly, that you put it on a bot that has an ability that stays close to them, that is fire, acid, EMP, or speed reduction, and then you put a core what suits that bot, if that makes sense. Lionizer increases regular damage by 5%, and if your bot dies, it turns into a robotic lion. Lionizer is pretty much put on any tank, really. In terms of prime cores with Lionizer, you could easily put Quintus with it. It'd work quite well with Lionizer. Because then it obviously helps the shark sort of do more damage very quickly with the extra flame that you do and extra damage. But yeah, again, a passive core will easily work with it. And I'll go through my cores and my combats and my war team actually as well. I'll go through that afterwards to help out. Night Stalker is pretty much equipable to any bot, but just keep in mind that put Night Stalker on a sort out your combat bots first, like Top Shot, Flak, Trenchfoot, Lionizer, Traxton. Sort them out first, and then put Night Stalker on the bots that don't have a combat already. I would honestly try and make sure you got at least 1 or 2 Night Stalkers in the team. It does act as a really good meat shield, but what core you equip Night Stalker with is pretty irrelevant, really. And same with Dial as well. There's no correct core for them because they're quite a passive core or a passive combat even. Fire Drive. Fire Drive shoots positive plasma, dealing 3 times more damage to walls and bursting regular into flames, causes damage over time. 75% of the bot's DPS. So obviously, if you put an attack core, then it sort of emphasizes the damage done. Putting Fire Drive on a bot that does increase damage to walls anyway, so like a wall buster or something like that. So, but there's not really many bots that can do that. Can you equip Fire Drive? I'm not too sure. So only equip it and let's have a look a minute. So yeah, the problem is that obviously Drift and Primal are the main 2 that do walls, but Fire Drive isn't equipable. So that'd be a match heaven. Having that extra damage to walls and fire drive as well. But if there's any bot that you put wall buster on, you can put fire drive on. There's not many, but yeah, it would work really well. I think I've covered them all. I think we have. So we'll go for my war team, and I'll have a chat about why I've put each core sort of where it is. Jason Rollers put Cup and Fire Drive. Yeah, Cup. Well, it all depends. It all depends what you've got. Cup and Top Shot is really good. Cup and Flak is really good. Cup and Fire Drive. Cup with anyone really. But obviously, if you've got Flak and you've got Fire Drive on other bots, then obviously they would take a priority. And then whatever you can sort of get on Cup, then yeah, put on Cup. Yeah. Okay. Let's just turn the chat off screen for a minute. So, Gold Fire. So, the general attack that I do is a Gold Fire pop. So, in Ark, so I'll give a big shout out to all of my Ark family that are watching. Big shout out to you guys. So, they call it the GST. So, Goldie Sack and Tracks. I've always called it a sort of Goldie pop because that's what you do. You're popping the outpost. That's the primarily sacrifice, but I don't sacrifice him. I actually use Vector to bring him back to life. I think that's a very important part of the attack because if you sacrifice him, you can use Liège to do more damage. So you'd pop the outposts, let them use their abilities, and then they'll get hacked by Liège and they do extra damage to the defenses. And it burns more defenses down that way. But then you start the attack one bot down. But with a Vector, with a Goldie Pop with Vector, he comes back alive again. So it does less damage than you would with Liège, but then you start the attack with an extra bot. So it's up to you, really. Bruticus, that's what account I'm using. I'm actually using my own global account. This is actually my Goldfire. So yeah. So I don't use Liège on my sack bot. I don't sacrifice him, like I said, because he does die, but it comes back alive again, so it's not a sacrifice, so to speak. If I sacrifice him, I definitely use Liège. But to be honest with you, if you're gonna do a sacrifice, either use Liège or Vector. I wouldn't use Megatronus personally. I would use the two. The Liège, if you got a high level Liège, it does so much extra damage with those outpost bots, especially with the Prime League effects where all the bots do extra damage as well. So Liège is a great core for that. Personally, I prefer Vector just to give him that, give you that extra bot when you're attacking. Lionizer because extra damage. He's pretty much on the front line. It's a tank. So you want to do extra damage. Now, if any bot on my team is going to die, it's Goldfire because of the original damage he does. If he doesn't come back to life in the right place, then yeah, he will die quickly. But that's where Lionizer comes in because then he'll spawn the combat bot, which again will do more damage again. It's an extra minion. So Lionizer is a very good core for any sort of sacrifice bot. And who's next on the hit list? We've got Blaster. So Blaster has a Quintus core. Quintus core is an amazing core. I personally make sure that I put Quintus on a frontline bot. I don't like it on a gunner because then it takes time for the Sharks to get to the front. It leaves your other bots exposed a bit. Your gunners can walk off and leave your tanks exposed. And once your tanks are gone, your gunners are really going to struggle, really. I put Taraxodon on him just simply to give him that extra damage, but more to heal him. And yeah, and keep him alive, basically. Eli Nas has asked, if you use Windblade, then would I suggest the same? The problem with Windblade is that she has a shield. So what you've got to be careful with Vector is, if you put it on a high health bot or a bot that has a shield, then they won't come back to life in the right place. Because you only get about 10 seconds on Vector. So on Goldfire once, I put Taraxodon and Vector. Now, Taraxodon, because it heals him, it healed him, and it didn't appear in the right place. So if you're going to do any sort of sacrifice, don't put a combat on that is going to heal them in any way or protect them or a shield. And that's the problem with Windblade. Because she has that shield and that high health with Vector, it can be a problem. But in terms of the age, then yeah, definitely. Megatronus still works with Windblade, probably better than it does with maybe Saber and Goldfire to a degree. But yeah, I think Liege is a great core. I personally like Megatronus on Slash for soloing bases, for Zen, for leveling. It's so easy to do with Slash. You can even do max bases if you're very careful with points with another bot. And yeah, I like Megatronus on Slash. So yeah, definitely Liege on a sacrifice bot. Yeah. And who's next on the hit list? Then we've got Sentius. So, like I said, you've got to have Micronus in your team. Got to have really important core. And then we've got obviously Night Stalker. Like I said, you've got 4-star Night Stalker. Definitely put them on. Night Stalker, that's an extra 10,500 health in your team at level 7. So I would definitely put Night Stalker in. Do I prefer Lionizer over Track Stamford Blaster? Yeah, like I said, I have Lionizer, like I said, on Goldfire because personally, what you got to think as well is with Lionizer increases the bot's damage by 11%. So my Goldfire now does 653 DPS because of Lionizer. Whereas with Blaster, he only has 370 DPS. So yes, it would increase his DPS, but you're going to have more benefit putting Lionizer on a higher damage bot. And Pteranodon, I tend to put on a bot. And because with Sentius, if I use Sentius and he's stationary when he uses ability, Blaster tends to walk in front then. So Blaster gets a lot of the damage. So you need to protect Blaster. So his minions help, the Sharks can't help, and Pteranodon, just to give him that bit of extra healing. Because if you use Sentius ability, he's then stationary and he drops to the back and takes less damage, and he's got Micronus anyway. So it's just about what really works for you, and just sort of being a bit clever with the cores, really. Who's next on the hit list? Then we've got Cheetor. Cheetor is obviously Amalgamous, made for Cheetor. Now, here's something that I didn't consider, and this is going to be a bit crafty. I think I mentioned it maybe in another stream, but it's a really important factor, this. I really do think it's important. So, I used to have Top Shot on Cheetor and Flak on Blades. Now, my 4-star Flak does 30% damage for each rocket. So that's 150% DPS. So Top Shot does 76% of the bot's DPS to anything around them. So Top Shot does more damage than Flak. And what I realized was that when Cheetor goes into his ability, it's in his ability for 15 seconds. So that's 15 seconds where Top Shot, being the best combat bot in the game, is not being utilized. So if you use Cheetor twice, that's 30 seconds where you are not using Top Shot. Whereas if you put Top Shot on Blades, Blades' ability is quite quick. He flies in, he flies back. It's about 3-4 seconds. So if you use that twice, you're only going about 6 to 8 seconds without Top Shot. So you better put in Flak on Cheetor to give him that range. But like I said, you really want to keep Top Shot in your team as much as you can. So bots like Trax, bots like Blades, which have a quick ability, usability, the back of the field again, put Top Shot on those bots. Don't put Top Shot on Cheetor. It's a good, don't get me wrong, it's a good core, but you're just going to lose that edge when you use Cheetor's ability. You're going to stop using Top Shot for 15 whole seconds. And that's really important. So, yeah, really want to think about. What code I recommend on Windblade? Only have a gold rejuvenate. Even Quintus core is good on Windblade. Quintus is a good one as well. Any other cores are good for Windblade? I've got quite a few questions about Windblade. And what I'll do is I'll show you this team in action as well, and I'll show how I use it. Yeah, and then definitely if you're going to remove Top Shot for Flak, definitely make sure Top Shot goes in your team somewhere else. 100% has to be. Definitely. What was we going to look at? We'll look at Prime Course for Windblade. I wouldn't put Primer on there because you don't have a spread. I wouldn't put my Cronus on because once you leave your team, then no one can get you healed. Quintus is a good one for the likes of Alita and Windblade. Personally, I like it on my tanks though, but down to preference. But I do understand how that would help you. Alpha Trion, I wouldn't put on Windblade because you want to keep Alpha Trion alive as long as you can, and Windblade does sort of sacrifice herself sometimes with her ability being quite long range. Liege, honestly, is brilliant core for it. Megatronus still works. Don't put Solus. I've got mine on Lynx. Lesson learned. Don't put Solus on a bot that flies because they actually drop it mid-flight. Sometimes it's popped outpost and it's been a good thing. So it's popped the outpost and think, well, that saved me. Sometimes I've been leveling and I've been doing some pathing and it's popped outpost that I didn't want to and just ruined the attack. So don't put Solus on a bot that flies. Good tip for you there, guys, honestly. Alchemist on Windblade? Well, not maybe not. Onyx, yeah. So yeah, quite a few good ones there. Grind Time's he's got Solus on Cup. Yeah, but I'm not too sure about Cup. Does it drop though mid jump? If it does, I'd be careful because what you don't want to do is you don't want to be doing obviously Golden Lagoon leveling, jumping over outposts or keeping your shield and jumping, and then you drop a Solus all of a sudden, and then you're popping the outpost. So I'd just be really wary of that. I understand that it does increase your DPS if you're doing backdoor attacks, but just be careful, especially when leveling. Yeah. Yeah, well, it definitely does with Lynx. But I presume that Lynx's ability is a bit slower than Cups. But yeah, it's just one to look out for anyway. Yeah, keep it in mind. Look at my team, won't we? Let's go back to that. And yeah, and I've got put Souls on a gunner. Yeah, I would personally. I would put it on a gunner. Then we've got blades. So I've put enhanced ordnance. I did have Primer on there, either one, but I wanted to do a bit more damage with his ability. So either one will work. And then obviously, like I said, Top Shot, I switched it round with Cheeto when I had that sort of epiphany. But yeah, works well. Especially obviously with Blaze DPS, because now another bot with 633 DPS. Shaman Williams has to show my combiners. Yeah, of course I will. Yeah. We'll go through this. We'll do the attack, and then I'll have the combiners for the attack. Combine with me. First aid, we've got his G1 core and Night Stalker. It's very important to have at least maybe one, maybe two Night Stalkers on the team. So that's another 6,000 health as a meat shield. So very important. Obviously, and then yeah, the G1 core, which increases the heal beam and gives him more speed. Obviously, remember, as it gets more speed, which means he heals more. And then last but not least, we have 5-star Ratchet. And then obviously we've got a Ray Booster G Metal. And obviously Rung. So yeah, missing 4-star Rung for there, but obviously, yeah. Yeah, they come in very handy. Yeah. Okay, let's do a war attack. Let's have a look at it in action. When it decides to load. Okay, let's have a look at the base. always scout the base. I've pretty much got a 300 average on hard, but I still scout the base beforehand. I still have a look at it. Very important to plan your attack and have a good idea of what you're doing before you go into it. So, these can be quite hard with sacrifices, but if you're going to do this sort of setup, it is really hard. But what you do need to do is separate the outpost at the top. That does make it a lot more difficult. But we've got one outpost there. We've got one down there, one down there. So we can. This does reach to the mortar there, so we can hit the mortar. So I'm gonna put Goldfire down the bottom here. I think get him up to the mortar. If he can't reach that one, I'll go to the mortar first. And because it's 3 outposts down the bottom, this is causing a bit of an issue. So I'm going to try and pot them all. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start up here actually. I'm going to go over to the middle, I think there. I'm going to go over to here maybe. Then I'm going to go 3 up there, then use a 4th one up there somewhere. So I've got to do 4. This has been quite crafty putting one at the bottom actually. But what I can do is I can pop 3 of them with Goldfire, drop my bots at the bottom, and then drop Combiner. So yeah, very crafty, putting 3 at the bottom, but it's not an issue. There's always a way around it. And yeah, Grind Timer said start on the side, but it's also important to get rid of these. You want to get rid of these as quick as you can. I don't use one-shot bots, so I want to try and get rid of these 2 with Goldfire. Hence why I'm going to drop there and go up to there. Still pops that outpost and still gets up to there to destroy that. That's the idea. I'm going to go in. Yeah, Windblade could pop them in 3 jumps. I agree with that, but she only does damage to 1 target. So you will see the damage that Goldfire does in this attack. So, Defensor activated. Team ready to go. And let's go. So the important is, because there's lots of walls, the important part is getting through those walls. You've got to get through them. That's the important part. Use Cheeto if you have to help get through the walls. Using Top Shot helps a lot. But pathing as well helps. Using minions. But you've got to get through those walls, guys. That's a really important part. Colin said it's just in Vicky. No, not Jump Stream. But yeah, Victorian's good, but she's no Defensor because Defensor reflects more back. So in terms of Goldfire, it works really well. You can see the build box, the shields working there. You can see. So we're gonna put Goldfire here because we're gonna place the box, I think. We'll go down here actually. Pop this outpost there. We'll go over here. Let's go to the build box. We can't reach that launcher, which is disappointing. And we'll go up there. Then because we're going to vector, we're going to put all our combats here. He's actually got in the middle there. We can get them all together. There we go. So put that flame up there. I'm going to head up there as well. Try and take some of this out. Most important part is to reflect all the damage. That should get rid of that beam laser, get rid of that launcher, maybe with another boost. There we are. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put the track smoke down. We're going to use our Medibots as well. Now I'm going to do is just slow it down now. Have a look what's stunning me. Is it Chromia? Or is it just because I've killed an outpost bot? Just because I killed an outpost bot. We're going to use blades on that to get rid of that. Get rid of that area up there. So you can see there, the team's at full health. Drop our minions down in there. Get rid of that cannon. The team's going to path upwards, I think, now. Maybe just Cheeto. But all the outposts are popped now. Yep, he's going upwards. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a bit of hacking up there. Protect Cheeto. And then we're going to use Cheeto as well on that. So it protects Cheeto, saves him from getting hit. Then we're going to hack up there as well. You can see there that Blades and Cheeto combo is absolutely amazing. I'm just going to leave Cheeto up there now. We'll use Sentius to get rid of that shock tower. And Cheeto takes it down. Vincent, yes, it is my main war team. It is. It's around 31k, I think, thereabouts. But then come the Omega Supreme event, then yeah, it'd be a lot higher. So I would recommend anyone that is going to spend any money on this game to spend it on the Omega Supreme event. You've got a chance at a 4-star combiner. I suggest that getting a few, maybe 1 or 2 Golden Lagoons, and make sure you are utilizing them. Don't forget you got 24 hours. There's no point in using the Lagoon with you know, a $10, $20 bundle that's going to last you an hour or 2 or 3 hours. Really take advantage of it, guys, honestly. But yeah, it's all well and good saying amazing battle tactics. It's obviously a lot harder with 4 stars. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. But yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't plan for Cheeto. It's just having that knowledge to know that, okay, if Cheeto does come up, all you've got to protect him somehow. Blades' his range works really well and does that. I don't use Blades as much to do damage. It's more to protect my bots. If you can hack them, they're doing 0 damage to your bots there. So I tend to use Blades in that aspect, not to do damage. Don't think you're going to do Blades and clear an area. You do if they've got the shock towers with thunderstorms on. That's a massive, like, as soon as I see that, I'm like, wow. But yeah. We'll have a look at combiners. Get a lot of requests. So yeah, we'll try and get them all in before the end. Whoops. So yeah. We've got loads to go through this stream, actually. So that's my defensor, level 14. I think most of my combiners that I use are level 14. So yeah, the 4-star ability, because it reflects 90% of damage, it basically, with Goldfire, it basically just kills beams and launches. They got hit by Goldfire, this just kills them off, basically. So yeah, my personal, I think it's the best combiner now. I really do, because of that 4-star ability. Who's next? Volcanicus, level 14 as well. I use Volcanicus more for Zen farming and here and there, and maybe on an easier base. But I do use Defensor the most. Then we've got Victorian. Victorian, I probably use the second. Like I said, Defensor, I'll use at least twice in a war for multiple battles, so maybe for 2 or 3. And then Victorian for most of the other ones. If you haven't got Defensor and I'm a bit short on ore, then Victorian's a good substitute. But yeah, personally, I prefer Defensor. Then we've got Make Supreme, level 10. Can't wait to get that a 4-star part. And then that 600k Combiner Spark is literally all going in to a Make Supreme. Superior's level 10. He may get a bit of love when they give him a buff. But for now, I literally use him for 0. I don't use him at all. And Otus Maximus is at level 7. I haven't been an outpost, but I'm going to literally change him, but I don't know who to. I'm thinking maybe to Volcanicus, maybe, or Victorian. I'm a bit unsure just for the health of him, really. But I need more health in those outposts, because, as I was talking about earlier about base design, I don't know. I've got a sneaking suspicion that now we're seeing max bases, we might see time traps coming back or split bases like this. We're seeing them more and more often now, and not the traditional honeycomb time traps, but definitely bases like we just attacked in war, bases like this. Basically trying to get through the base. Grind time says, aren't we going to do your last attack? I can do, yeah. But yeah, I really think that we're gonna see a increase in time traps and split bases. I really do. People are getting wise to bases now, walking them, and the only way that you can really lose a top level is by poor pathing. So yeah. Okay, at a low level. So yeah. I'm a bit surprised that this person is the commander. Really, he's got 3 outposts that I haven't upgraded yet. I think the last base is probably a lot harder than this one. But yeah, very easy to pop. You've got one there where you can just pop those two. Get to HQ, so we can literally destroy half that bottom section and then just finish it off. And we'll again we'll see what can do. So we'll use some coins. Should be using coins really, save them for the event, but just for you, grind time. To make sure we go on hard mode. I don't know if I pressed it or not. There we go. And for those that are in the Discord channel, I did mention last week in my stream that I have literally left it open for all my viewers or all my Discord members to decide which batch I pull from next. But you will find that out in the Omega Supreme event when I pull my new 5-star. But if you're not in the Discord channel, then you can't vote. There's still time left. We've still got a week left. It's a bit of a landslide at the minute, I'm not going to lie. But you have your chance to vote. You can go and put your opinion in there on who you think I should vote for, who I should pick as my next batch for 5 stars. And yeah, I will be pulling a new 5-star. Maybe even a new 5-star combat. Maybe in the Omega Supreme event. Maybe. It depends on the bundles with the combat bots. But yeah, we will be pulling 2 new 5-stars, combat, and a new bot in the next week or so. Yeah. So we're going to start in low down. We're going to put him up to there. We're going to put him over to there. We'll put him over to there, doing loads of damage. And then pop the last 2 outposts up there. Then we're going to drop our bots down here in preparation. Don't drop the healers until Goldfire comes back. Now the healers are going to run off here, so we need to get these bots down low. Then we're going to reflect this damage back. That should kill off those 2 launchers. So we're going to put some smoke on there. We're going to hack those just to get rid of them. Don't do damage to our bots. Goldfire's taking a lot of damage. Put Medibots down, don't forget them. And you can see there that pretty much Goldfire is taking out that whole bottom section there, only leaving the top section. So we are low on ability points, but there's nothing hitting them right now. The healers are doing their work. So we're going to drop the minions to protect them. We'll try and get blades out again, so I need 8 ability points back. Yep. I think this side needs a bit more protection. So on this side here. And then I'm going to use Cheeto. We'll wait for Sentius. He's got a bit of protection with the sharks and stuff there, so he's all right. We're going to hack top there. Again, to distract them all. Shot Tower's got a thunderstorm on, so that's goodbye to that area there. Long gone. Face down. Bish, bash, bosh. So, yeah, I'm hoping to get Blaster to 64, I think. Well, and I'm not sure about first aid yet. I'm not sure. Put a lot of effort into the 5 stars. That is definitely the plan. Yeah. So what else? Popping the crystals. What else do we want to talk about? There was something else, and I forgot what I want to talk about now. But we can pop some crystals. Why not? We've got the Afterbreaker crystals. Right. Okie dokie. Right. I've lost my I lost the space bridge config to move around. I might to level your vector more on your go fire so it starts landing pad. Well, Vincent turns 3 strikes, which happens on a lot of bases, which is pretty easy. It comes back alive quite easily. But yeah, I do agree that I probably need to invest in vector. But to give you an idea on why I haven't, I'll just point something out to everyone. So prime course. So vector is 16, 17, is it? 16. So up to upgrade 16 to 17. So 16 to 17 only. 1 G metal, 2 G metal, 3 G metal, 4 G metal, 5, 6. For half a second. 7, 8, 9. And a level 11 attack core in there as well. We'll put that rejuve in there. Put 2 more in there. We'll put some more gold cores in there. Some more gold cores in there. Some more gold cores. That is all that has given us 1 second. It's just not worth it. It really isn't. Once you get prime course level 16, 17, I pretty much leave them going. I leave them there. Go Fire always pulled your healers out and ruined your walk. Well, it didn't ruin it because I get what you're saying. I do understand that, but that's where I could have easily done that with three hits. But I wanted to show how much Go Fire can take out the bottom section. So although yeah, it did separate my bots because that bottom section was pretty much gone. Your bots don't really then get any damage, and I'm pretty sure I didn't even lose a bot in that attack. So yeah, I understand what you're getting at, and yeah, it is a sort of faux pas to do that. But if I had a choice between losing Go Fire, if I do 4, then I'm not more cautious doing 4. So I'll be honest with you, but it's a bit of a low level base that. If I'm doing 4 sweeps, then a lot more cautious, a lot more careful. Drop my healers. That's the main thing. Whether the bot split doesn't matter. Just all about your healers running off. But I could have done that in 3, really. To be honest with you. Okay, cool. So let's pop some crystals. Okay, so as I said, every time we pull a 3-star or a 4-star Afterbreaker, we're going to pick 2 random people in the chat to win some Sunstreaker Wozza loot codes. We've got 54-star shards. Some more 4-star shards. All shards up to now. I am pretty close to a 4-star, so we could pull a new 4-star, but chances are it's a duplicate. I think I've got most 4-stars now, but I am close. So, and we all know that it's no secret that Space Saver made it so that when you're close to a new 5-star, they start giving you new bots. So I'm expecting to maybe pull a new bot, which would be pretty good because that'd be a Computron bot, pretty much, I think, or Brainstorm with Brainstorms available. But yeah. Oh, we've got a new one. Who's it going to be? 2-star, 3-star, 4-star? Is someone getting some Sunstreaker Wozza stash? Oh. It's a thing, which does mean that 2 random people are going to get Sunstreaker Wozza stash codes. And one is Eli Noz. Congratulations. Another person is Vincent Lee. So Vincent Lee and Eli Noz, congratulations. If you message me on Discord, then I will give you a Sunstreaker Wozza stash code. Let's keep going. Oh, what have we got here now? Is it 2? Is it 4? Ooh. It's 2-star. 2-star Afterbreaker. Let's keep going. More 4-star shards. We've got a 4-star crystal now. We'll do 50 of these and we'll open the 4-star crystal. See if we can get a new bot or not. We'll have a crystal update. 2-star dupe. Some 3-star shards. I'll tell you what I'll do for the sake of competition as well. If I do pull a new 4-star, I'll pick another 2 people. How's that? Some prems. 2-star Afterbreaker. We're pulling quite a few 2-stars though, which is quite a surprise. It's like a 10% chance, so. Four-star shards. Basically, though, if it lights up again now, we've got 73 chances. If it lights up again, then yeah, we've got the 4-star. And I'll be honest with you, when I first tested this bot, I weren't too that impressed with it. But I have seen a video recently of someone using him to pop outposts, and it is epic. Could I go as far as saying it's as good as Goldfire? Maybe not, because Goldfire does more damage. Better than Saber? Maybe. I would love to show it. I haven't got the video, sadly. It's not me that did it. I just saw it in a chat. Yeah, a very good popper of outposts. His range is incredible and just pops all the outposts in one. So yeah. But then again, when you do that, he pretty much dies because of his low health. So it's more of a sacrifice. Yeah, he's pretty good. He is a pretty good bot. Well, he's not a good bot. He's a good popper of outposts. But nothing beats Goldfire. I'm sorry, but I really doubt anything beats Goldfire in terms of popping outposts. I just love the guy. One of my favorite bots of all time in the game, anyway. And I think it's no secret. No 4-star yet. We're not even a 3-star duplicate yet. And 100 crystals. Goldfire is too pure. What do you mean by too pure? You mean because he's Bumblebee? You mean? Is in his personality? You mean? Okay. 2 more, and then we'll have a break. Okay. No 4-star yet, but we've got a few more crystals. If I pull a new bot in the Prem, which I doubt, means I've got to get a 4-star in the Prem, which is very unlikely. And if I pull a new 3-star, which again is unlikely, can I? Or a new 4-star. We will oh yeah, we'll do an update on shards. So yep. 4,986 combat shards. And so yeah, I need 40 more shards. Yes, very close. 40. So I think by the Omega Supreme event, I'll have that with the combat shards. So yeah, and then by the Omega Supreme event because it's 5-star shards. So yeah, we will be pulling 2 5-star crystals during the Omega Supreme event. We will. Okay, let's do the prems first. Dupe City. Oh, 3-star Sensius. Just Go Fire. Dupe Country. 3-star Cup. Hey, 2 from prems. Okay, 4-star Crystal is going to be a duplicate. Oh, yeah, it is. I'm not gonna lie, part of me thought it wasn't then. And a rubbish attack core. So we're up to there now. I thought it was a non-dupe as well. I'm a bit, I know. I got all worked up thinking it was gonna be a new bot. Even though I don't really need them, but still. So yeah, 255-star shard short. So yeah, I doubt we're gonna get it. Which 4 stars am I missing? We can have a look actually. A lot of the new ones. I've not bought many bundles recently, to be fair. I've not been chasing many bots. Don't really need them, to be fair, with all 5 stars. So, yeah. No little G1 codes that I want either. Yeah, Sharks, I think it. Yeah, I wouldn't like to rattle them off, but definitely Brainstorm and miss him. Strafe, is he available in crystals yet? I think so. Yeah, I'm missing Strafe. Nose Cone, still missing Nose Cone. I just don't know if available in crystals yet or not. So yeah. Come on, After Breaker. Where's the 4-star? I've been actually quite unlucky in chance events recently. Come on. I want to give some more codes away. So yeah, Grand Times confirmed that Nose Cone's available in Prems. So yeah, and I presume Strays. So yeah, them 2, Brainstorm. Grand Times like 4-star, 4-star, 4-star. Dojak got 4-star Flame War. Congratulations. Trier popping outposts. Yeah. I can give it loot links free. They are free anyway, let's be honest. They are pretty much free anyway. But don't forget, like I said, we are still giving loot away in our Discord server as well. So if you watch the streams live and you're in Discord server, you got double the chance. Laser Optimus, welcome to the stream. Long time no see. Saying that he got a 4-star combat today. What did you get? Which one? I mean, Grant, I got the hat trick. 2, 3, and 4-star. Nice. Yeah, well, Josie, some people like Crystal Kraken, some people don't. I like 5-star crystals being popped just to sort of see what they get. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it frustrates me a bit when I see people opening free crystals and doing videos of free crystals. Like, well, it's very, very slim chance you're gonna get something. That's a good point, Mike. That's a very good point. That is a good point. Well, I'll be honest with you, I'm not bothered if I don't get After Breakout. It's not the end of the world. I'm not getting Computron anytime soon. I'm missing every single Computron bot, so I'm not too fussed if I don't get him. But yeah, if it's an important crystal pulling, Jake does it. Let's be honest. It's his job to do that. Keep going. Well, yeah, Jake will definitely be pulling my 5-star combat and my 5-star crystal. Definitely. I think at the minute, the new batch is winning the landslide. Everyone said the new batch. But yeah, There was quite a few bots in other batches that I'd want as well, so that's why I wasn't too fussed. That's why I was like, you know what anyone wants to see, what everyone else chooses, I'll go with. I really will. I could probably replace Sentius maybe with another tank. Oh, we've got another 3-star dupe, which means we've got 2 people out. So the first person is Grind Time. Congratulations. And nope, Grind Time can't win again. And the second one is Bruticus 99. Congratulations, Grind Time and Bruticus 99. Two-star breaker. Don't forget, guys, to message me on Discord, and I will give you your codes. Yeah, it won't be too hard up if I don't get the 4-star. I'd rather get a 4-star dupe, to be honest with you. I really would have get that 5-star, but I suppose we're getting the 5-star anyway. Just 3 left. 3-star, 3-star dupe. No 4-star. We've been conned out of it. 100 crystals and no 4-star. Okay, so we've got a few prems. We've got another 3-star crystal. And actually, I think is it roughly around 1,500 shards this weekend. There or there a take. So yeah, this weekend we'll have another 4-star crystal, which puts us even closer. So yeah, wouldn't really need the 5-star event. Oh, I think I've got a couple of nope. It's lying to me. It's lying to me. Top of the prems. Every time pause like that, you think you can get bot and you don't. Dinobot, 2-star, of course it is. Duke Country. 2-star Sea Spray, and then finish it off with a 3-star Crystal. 3-star Sailboat. A nice G1 code. Don't need it. I've got his gold one, but. And then there were 4. Right, you are, nose cone. Now, after breakers here, the one shy of a full Technobot play. So, yes, Slingshot. Not Slingshot, no, Scattershot, sorry. Not Slingshot. Scattershot will be coming to the game, I think, before Christmas, maybe in a month or 2. And then, yeah, Computron soon after. Yeah, I got a bit of a soft spot for Scattershot. So, yeah, I would love to get him. He's one of the few, and I'm hoping that they do it as triple changer. I really am. That'd be quite impressive. I don't really read these, but I want to know if there's any Easter eggs. But though generally, we talk about Computron, I think. I'm just pleased to see you again, getting dragged by the mud across the known galaxy and glued back together again has not put me in the best of dispositions. In other words, you got out the wrong side of the space bridge. Exactly, Lightspeed. And yeah, I don't have Lightspeed either, so yeah. Auto take is 1 official job's worth. Sub commander back and orders at me, and I'll blow like a badly tapped. Oh well. Speaking of whom, right? Come on, where's the Easter eggs? Chop chop. Go for your own sake. Dial it back. Wouldn't waste precious space bridge bandwidth, bringing Afterbreaker here from Cybertron to sit on his thumbs. Will Scattershot feature his cannon mode? That's what I'm thinking, Doja. That's what I'm thinking. I've suggested the apes they make him a triple changer, and I think that'd be great to have that part of the combiner. And I'm hoping that they have his cannon as well. So it'd be the jet, cannon, and bot. That's what I'm hoping. Well, I'm quite disappointed with that. No Easter eggs at all. No mention of Computron. Okay, they went yes, and now we have 4, but there's no mention of Computron in there or anything else. So Yeah, not too best pleased with that one. That can go to the back of the memory. Is there anything else that anyone people want answering before we sign off? I know there's been a few. There's a lot of questions at the start. Things I want to see, and I've just got a sneaky suspicion that there's something that someone asked, and I've not covered it. Is there anything else anyone wants to cover? Let's have a look at 3-star. 3-star. I keep going to say Afterburner. Afterbreaker. Afterbreaker. So yeah, very cool ability. So what we'll do is see the 3 stars. See, I'd love to take the 3-star in, but it's just not leveled enough. But I tell you what, next week, if we've got anything to show on the next time on test server, we'll go on test server and I'll show you what I mean about popping outposts, and I'll give you an idea. But in the meantime, I suggest maybe leveling him a bit. If you're going to use him as a popping outpost, if you haven't got Goldfire, you haven't got Saber, then yeah, it's definitely a good option. But yeah, generally, like I said, if you've got Goldfire or Saber, then maybe not level a whole new bot for the sake of it. But it's up to you. But yeah, we'll do some examples, and yeah. Looking forward to the the Omega Supreme event. I wanted to talk about that. So the Omega Supreme event has been dropped to 1.5 million points. So I know for some it's like, well, it could be a million, could be 800k, we still won't do it. But obviously 2 million was hard. So now it's 1.5 million. It's a lot more achievable. And I think we'll find more teams dropping down to help lower alliances. And I think that's really important. So if you're not part of an alliance yet or a family, then I suggest you get in contact with ARC. We've got about 15, 16 alliances now. We've had a couple of new alliances come in recently as well. And it is a really good group of guys, a really good family. And yeah, we're always looking for new teams and new recruits. So yeah, cool. Quintesson cause, just what do you mean by Quintesson cause exactly though? Does Lionizer help Elite 1 or Sentius more? Hmm. Let me have a think. Let me have a think. I think it's better on. I think it's better on Sentius personally. I think if you use it on Elita, once she dies, if Elita dies, then obviously she must have been put in a bit of a a bit of a tough situation basically because she got really amazing health. So and then once Lionizer pops, then it's going to die pretty quickly if that sort of group of defenses has already killed Elita. So yeah, I'd probably put Lionizer on Sentius over Elita. Elita, you may be better putting Tarax on because once she lands and hits that target, then she'll do damage around. So she's her ability to damage around, Tarax does damage around, and then because she's then in quite a bit of danger, it will actually help heal her so she does more damage again. So yeah, I definitely put Tarax on Elita rather than Lionizer, and definitely Lionizer on Sentius over Elita. But yeah. What else have we got? Eli has put love the layout of your base. Think I'm gonna try to say, yeah, try it out. It's honestly my own design. I like to design my own bases and have a go. Sometimes it's right, sometimes it's wrong. But yeah, I always try and make my own designs. I do. What is the last Lao Kaiser bot? Oh, I don't know. Oh. If you go on basically, if you go on Transformers Wiki, you can find it quite easily on Google. And I did know, but is it? I'm not too sure. But I'm sure there's someone in the chat that will know. And yeah. Anything else? I thought it used to be an arc, really. Good to know. Okay, I think that's all the questions for 1 week. So thank you to everyone that's tuned in. I hope that everyone has learned something today. And I think the main thing to take away from this is maybe like how to use a sacrifice bot in two different ways, and a difference between top shot and flak, not just damage, but having a really careful consideration about who you choose, not just throw it on any bot. Like I said about lionize as well. So yeah, have a really careful consideration. Just think of the consequences and the advantages of putting every combat bot on each bot, and what cores would do to those combats to emphasize them. But yeah, thanks for everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. If you're not subscribed already, please subscribe. We're so close to that 2,000 mark. It's within touching distance, so close. Don't forget Engineer Stream later on tonight. I think it's in about 2 or 3 hours. Really cool guy. I'm sure most people in this chat have heard of Engineer Hoist. If you haven't already, where have you been? What rock have you been living under? Everyone knows Engineer Hoist, the real OG of streamers. So yeah, go and check Engineer Hoist stream out. If I can stay awake that long, because it's like 2 a.m. for me. I've been in work since 7 o'clock this morning, so it's a 19-hour day to try and stay up for it. But I do occasionally try and make it, depending on how tired I am. But yeah, have a check out of Engineer Hoist stream. Like I said, come and join Discord. 500 plus members. It's growing all the time, and yeah, a really good community in there. And yeah, and I'm sure I'll see you next week. I'll be definitely doing a stream during the Omega Supreme event. Maybe doing some leveling and open some 5-star crystals with Mirage Jake. So look out for that. I'm sure there's some more combat bots coming. I'm sure there's some new bots coming. We know Scattershot's coming as well. So yeah, watch out over the next few weeks for loads of exclusives, 5-star crystal pulling, you name it, you've got it. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks to everyone for tuning in, and peace out.